feel like social media takes a lot of things out of context. And I feel like social media has the tendency to start shit. Like,
no, I could be a freak, baby, only for you. Nobody can put it down like you. So baby, you should pull up.
what's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. I know I look like a bum, but I had to just pop in and talk about this whole Jazz and Tay situation, about them allegedly breaking up. I do not want them to break up. Like, no. Like, I don't like seeing other relationships, end or, go through issues. Like, I'm one of those people, like, I wish the best for everybody, but like, I just don't like seeing stuff like this. So they said they supposedly had broke up, and everybody's going into this big frenzy about it. And I feel like social media takes a lot of things out of context. And I feel like social media has the tendency to start shit, like, between, like, relationships and stuff. But we're going to see what the tea room has to say about this and what they have gathered from the situation and what receipts they have. And I'm going to give my feedback in between, but we're going to hop straight into it.
Are having some issues in their relationship. She basically admitted that Jazz kind of ultimately just left her. Now, if you have not seen my last video, go watch that, because then you'll kind of get some insight on what I'm about to talk about here. But just to sum up that video, basically Jazz said that her and Tay will not be posting anything else on their family channel, that they're basically posting separate videos. Now, I'll get into all that later because a lot of people are disagreeing with me in the comments. But again, I'll talk about that later. Let's get into what Tay has posted on Instagram and Facebook. So she first posted this picture of her weight, and she's like, I hate it here. So it looks like she's losing some weight, whatever. But what I really want to talk about is what she said next. So she posts a middle finger, and it says, F you and the fake A image you're trying to keep. Then she reposts something from the Shade Room. It says, the love be fake, but the obsession be real. Not finished yet, because then she says, stop telling me what I can and can't say. I ain't say ish yet, but just know when I start talking, it's gonna be nothing but facts. Okay, guys, so before we get into all that, what she said, she also went onto Twitter. She says, y'all be mad at me because they disconnected their self from me. Then she puts like a little emoji, and she says, so wait, then someone says, so are you talking about the people that you used to hang around with? And she puts, hell no, I don't give two F's about them. So guys, this is
what I'm talking about. Like, people on social media, like, they be like too nosy into people business, and they try to read between lines and stuff like that. She does not have to be talking about her relationship. She could be talking about something that she's dealing with. She could be talking about any other issue. It doesn't have to be her relationship that she's talking about. Like, this is what I mean about social media and people starting shit and pulling up receipts about shit that they know nothing about. Like, but I still don't want this to be like something that really, really happened, because this is really, like, sad. Like, they was a good couple. Like, it's as far from the YouTube-ish, like, they really seemed like they genuinely had some feelings for each other, and they genuinely were happy with each other. And that's sad if this is really true that they broke up. And even if they are experiencing problems, they human beings. We all human beings. We all have issues. We all have moments where we don't get along with our significant other. We all have moments where you don't see eye to eye with the person that you with. It's normal. I don't know why people sit over here and have this facade and think that relationships are supposed to be perfect. Stop sitting over here idolizing the thought of perfectness inside of relationships. Like, idolizing perfection inside of relationships is stupid. Can we normalize imperfection in relationships? Can we normalize imperfection in these YouTubers and people that are, like, in the public eye, people that's famous? Because people just sit over here like,
oh my god, all these YouTube couples are just cheating and they're leaving each other and everybody's breaking up.
No, sometimes people just have issues with one another, and sometimes it's something that has to be dealt with behind closed doors. They care about each other. They can They can fix it, all right? They can fix it. But y'all making it worse by putting assumptions on top of what y'all think is going on. Till they say something directly, I ain't believing it.
Basically saying she's not saying that her old friends or the old crew disconnected themselves from her. She's talking about someone else. Now, she didn't say exactly who she was talking about, but it's so obvious that she's talking about Jazz. Anyways, now the FU and the fake image you're trying to keep. Now, who is she talking about here? Now, let's see. Who is trying to keep a good image or a fake image or whatever? Who does Tay talk to that's in the public eye? It sounds like it's Jazz. Now, Jazz tries to keep her business off of the internet. You know, the last beef we seen her get into was pretty much with the Taylor girls or whatever. And she kind of keeps her personal life private. Like, if she's going through some things, she's not posting it all on the internet, which is totally fine. But obviously, her and Tay are having some problems. Seems like they may have broken up. And Jazz is basically trying to uphold this image. So she's trying to make it seem like everything is all good between the two when it's really not. Now, she also says, stop telling me what I can and can't say. I ain't say it's yet, but when I start talking, is
she directly talking about Jazz? Did she directly say Jazz is the reason, Jazz is this? She's making blank statements here. You don't know who she's talking about. You sitting over here saying like, oh, who else does she know in the public eye? You ever been in a relationship with somebody and you met the mutuals of other people? She could be talking about anybody. Now, why are you sitting over here? Oh, she talking about Jazz. Who else could she be talking about? And then they're not doing videos together. Do you know how stressful YouTube is? Do you know how stressful YouTube is? Sometimes people need a break, bro. Sometimes people need a break. It don't always have to be somebody breaking up. Why do you gotta assume that all the time? Stop assuming stuff and stop being in people's business. If they didn't directly tell you and they don't want to tell you, it's none of your business to assume. Stop it. What good is it for them to confirm that they broke up for y'all? So y'all can sit here and say, oh my God, I knew the relationship was fake. I knew they was gonna break up. Which one of y'all cheated? That's what y'all want. Y'all want more drama and more negativity to feed off of when this is probably even not about their relationship, bro. Like, come on.
So obviously Jazz is telling her not to say anything about their relationship because she doesn't want the public to know exactly what they've been through, blase blase. Now, I'm not sure exactly why they broke up, but it seems from here and Tay saying that, you know, people disconnected themselves from me. Maybe Jazz just decided that she didn't want to be in a relationship anymore, or someone cheated. Now, guys, these are facts. These aren't assumptions. So in my last video, when you guys were basically saying, oh, that's not what they meant by that, and just because they aren't posting on the channel together doesn't mean that they've broken up. Now, guys, if this does not tell you that they are not on good terms, then I don't know what else will. Tay is basically telling everyone in so many words that Jazz has basically told her not to talk about their relationship and what happened, and they're basically putting on a front for everyone because they don't want to ruin whomever's image. Now, I don't know if
Girl, I didn't even have to see the last video. Just like the last video, as everybody else was telling you, you don't know what this girl is referring to. You don't know who she's talking about. You're over here assuming and starting shit. Like, and then you saying these are confirmed. When did they confirm it? When was it confirmed? It confirmed to you. To you. To you. It confirmed to you. And just like I said, that's all y'all want. Y'all want to sit over here and say, oh, they broke up. Just to be like, oh, which one cheated? What happened? So you can be more inside of their business, spread more drama, take sides, and point out which one was wrong, or either sit over here and say all YouTube relationships are fake and propaganda, all that other extra stuff for no reason. Just let these people be people. Let them be human beings. Now, I know it's one thing not to put Tay business out there, but I know she like sometimes be, struggling with, her mental sometimes. And, maybe sometimes it's like she probably need a break from YouTube. Maybe she decided that. Maybe she decided she needed a break from YouTube. And maybe Jazz was like, you know what, I'm going to give you a break. Like, as in, like, I'm going to go over here and take some time to myself and give you some time so you can feel better. And, they can regroup, okay? Sometimes that needs to happen. Stuff like that happens in a relationship to, rebalance a lot of stuff. And sometimes it's needed. Like, bro, stop trying to always make it be something bad. They didn't break up. Relax. And if they did, that's their business and they are human beings. They can always get back together. You don't know what the reasoning was. Sometimes people grow apart, or sometimes people just need a moment to themselves to reevaluate what they're not feeling in the relationship and what they are feeling. Let's get back into it, because this is an 8-minute video.
As did something to end the relationship, or if it was Tay. But from the way that Tay is talking and her animosity towards the whole situation, it seems like there may have been some issues on Jazz's side. Now, guys, if you just make this make sense, I mean, they went from posting almost every day to not posting at all. Now, I know people need breaks, they take breaks, whatever, but they basically took like a 6-month break because they haven't posted in 2 months. And then before then, it was like another 4 months or whatever that they didn't post. Guys, obviously, they're having some issues in their relationship. I mean, YouTube is their career, so they're basically not making any money when they're not posting videos. Where they're making some money, but they're not making the money that they were making before. So why would they just completely stop posting videos if they were still in a really good space? They were still together. Well, the thing is that they're not really together. They're not in a good space. And they put on this front and everything so everyone would think that they're together. I'm not sure why. Doesn't make any sense to me, because it's not a bad thing to end a relationship. I mean, sometimes things just don't work out. So I'm definitely with Tay on this one, with this whole fake image that Jazz is trying to keep. It's kind of making no sense at this point. I mean, they don't have to tell everyone why they broke up. They can just say they decided to go their separate ways and they're still friends. I feel like ever since I really feel like this, I feel like ever since the whole Chris Sale situation with the bad breakup and things like that, everyone is afraid to split because they feel like one.
No, here's the thing. Y'all too busy out here assuming what people's lives are and what's really going on and what people are talking about on social media when they're not being direct. Over here saying like, oh, Az did something or Tay did something. Like, bro, stop assuming. This whole video is full of assumptions. Like, it's making me crazy. Like, all she doing is assuming. And it's not that people don't want to break up because of the whole Chris and Queen situation. That probably is what people feel. But another thing is, there's so many people that rides off of the idealism of perfection in relationships, and a lot of people need to stop doing that. And 99% of their fans on YouTube are kids. The people from our generation, we sit over here and we idolize the relationships too. Like, it was a whole lot of people who was idolizing De'Ara and Ken, and then that stuff happened and they was sitting over here like, oh my God, I just don't believe in love anymore. No, these are human beings at the end of the day. They just happen to be on YouTube and their relationship just happen to be in the public eye, and they happen to be public figures with money. That's it. These are human beings experiencing human things, okay? Sometimes people grow apart, just like she said. Sometimes things just don't work out. But why do you have to assume? There's nothing to assume about. People need to stop idolizing relationships that they know nothing about. Then when they having fun, or when they doing pranks, or when they doing challenges, or when they, when they in their groove, you know what I'm saying? But you don't know how they are when they're without a camera in front of them. And that's what I mean. They're human beings. That's it. Let me get back into this
situation into this, but we all know Jazz was close to Chris and Queen, and she seen how everything turned out. So again, not really sure why she's trying to uphold this image. Yeah, if they broke up, they broke up. People are going to support them and support them separately. If they like Jazz, if they like Tay, they're going to watch their content, point blank, period. But anyways, I want to know what you guys think about this down in the comment section below. If you were kind of iffy on them breaking up before, what do you feel about what Tay is putting on Instagram? What do you feel about Jazz trying to make this whole thing look like that they're still together, trying to uphold this fake image? Do you think that she just needs to come out and let everybody know that they're apart right now and it's okay? Like, do you agree with me on that, or are you guys still thinking?
That's exactly what I think. I think they're taking a break from social media, and sometimes social media can get so draining. Like, you get tired of having a, hey you guys, what's up? What are you doing? Like you get tired of having to film yourself, having to do this, having to do that. Sometimes you need to get away from your phone and away from a computer and enjoy nature and enjoy life for what it is. And I don't blame them. They have a right to have a break. You know how much money they make on YouTube, and they still make money off of their old videos. They can take a 6-month long break if they want to. That's their prerogative. But you sitting over here assuming this whole video was full of assumptions. That didn't have to be assumptions. And it's just like, you assuming what Tay is saying, as in her like, oh, throwing subliminals at Jazz, and when it's not even like that. And then Jazz still is talking about the relationship. If they were broken up truthfully, both of them would be at odds with each other. It wouldn't just be one sitting over here feeling away and the other one trying to uphold something that's not there. Like, I get what you're saying, but what you're saying is just nothing but assumptions. And I hope that they didn't break up on a serious note, because it's like, I don't like seeing relationships end, because it's like, if two people care about each other, they care about each other. If two people want to be with each other, they can be with each other. Sometimes if two people experience problems while they're with each other, that's perfectly fine. Stop sitting over here expecting somebody to be perfect. We're humans. Nobody is perfect. I'm sorry to sound cliche. No relationship, nobody is perfect. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. That was it for the video.